Become unshakable, untouchable. How Taoism, Stoicism, and minimalism can help you maintain calm and inner peace in difficult times. Imagine standing in the eye of a storm. Chaos spins around you, everything is falling apart, the world screams, pushes, demands. But you remain serene. Not out of coldness, not out of indifference, but because there's something within you that cannot be touched by the chaos. Something unshakable, something untouchable. Have you ever wished to reach that state? Have you dreamed of keeping your peace even when everything seems to be going wrong? If the answer is yes, then this video is exactly what you need to watch to the end. Because today, we're going beyond ordinary motivation, beyond cliches about positive thinking. We're diving deep into three powerful foundations of ancient wisdom and modern practice: Taoism, Stoicism, and minimalism. Together, they form an invisible armor, a mental and spiritual shield that can completely transform how you deal with life. And most importantly, this isn't theory, it's real practice, tested over centuries, validated by great minds, and as you'll see, even confirmed by science. Stay with me to the end and discover how to access this state of inner fortress, a state that not only protects you from anxiety, frustration, and fear, but also opens a path to a kind of freedom most people can't even imagine. When everything seems out of control, we desperately search for something to make us feel safe. Most people try to control the world outside, but real power lies elsewhere, in the inner world. Stoicism, a practical philosophy born in ancient Greece, teaches us not to try to control what's beyond our reach, but to master what lies within. Epictetus said, "It's not things that upset us, but our judgment about them. What hurts you is not the event, but your reaction to it." Marcus Aurelius, Roman emperor and one of Stoicism's greatest figures, faced wars, betrayal, and plagues. Yet he wrote in his journal with clarity and serenity. He understood that a trained mind is the true throne of a king. He wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This thought still echoes today as a powerful reminder of where true stability lies. Taoism, born in ancient China with sages like Lao Tzu, invites us to flow with life. Instead of resisting what can't be changed, Taoism teaches us to act with wisdom, softness, and intuition. Lao Tzu wrote, "Water is fluid, soft, and yielding, but water will wear away rock, which is rigid and cannot yield." That is real strength. Not rigidity, but flexibility. That flexibility allows us not to break under pressure. When we try to control everything, we become stiff, and it's that very stiffness that makes us vulnerable. Bamboo survives storms because it bends with the wind, while stronger trees often get uprooted. These philosophies don't ask you to be passive, quite the opposite. They teach you to act with presence, intention, and clarity, to be like a silent mountain in the face of a storm, or like water finding its way where others see only obstacles. So where does minimalism come in? In this era of overstimulation, constant comparison, and relentless consumption, minimalism emerges as an antidote. It's not just about having less stuff, but about wisely choosing what deserves your attention, your time, and your energy. Minimalism is the bold act of saying no to what's unnecessary, so you can say a more powerful yes to what truly matters. Jesus taught this with profound clarity. When tempted in the desert, offered power, wealth, and glory, he answered simply and firmly, "Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that comes from the mouth of God." This isn't just spiritual, it's deeply minimalist. It teaches us that real sustenance comes from within, and the less we depend on the outside world, the freer we become. When you eliminate the noise, you hear your true voice. When you free yourself from excess, you make room for peace. When you say no to what holds you back, you become untouchable by the pressures of the world. Modern research backs this up. Harvard Medical School has shown that mindfulness practices, rooted in both Stoicism and Taoism, directly reduce cortisol, the stress hormone. Neuroscientist Richard Davidson found that people who cultivate states of presence and acceptance, as these philosophies promote, show greater activity in the prefrontal cortex, the brain region linked to resilience, clarity, and conscious decision-making. Researchers at Princeton University also discovered that minimalist environments improve focus and reduce mental fatigue. With fewer visual and auditory stimuli, the brain processes more efficiently and with less stress. This reinforces the idea that simplicity is actually a path to inner power. Jesus modeled this as well. In the face of the cross, betrayal, and injustice, he remained serene and loving. His core message was never about controlling the external, but about inner transformation. The kingdom of God is within you, he said. What kingdom could that be, if not a state of unshakable spirit, untouchable compassion, clarity, and love in the face of suffering? Look closer at how Jesus lived simply without possessions, walking in full alignment with purpose and truth. That is pure spiritual minimalism, detaching from distractions for the sake of a higher mission. The gospel is full of moments where he chose silence over confrontation, solitude over the crowd, the essential over the superficial. He is the archetype of the unshakable human being because his center didn't depend on the world. He was the center and something deeper still. Jesus didn't just remain calm in suffering, he transcended it. When he said on the cross, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do," he revealed the peak of self-mastery. That is the heart of spiritual teaching, and the point where Stoicism, Taoism, and Jesus converge, the inner freedom, born from acceptance and unconditional love. Further studies from Emory University show that regular practices of compassion and forgiveness, central to Jesus' message, directly reduce inflammation and strengthen the immune system. The spiritual path doesn't just fortify us emotionally, it strengthens us physically as well. Walking this path isn't easy. It takes practice, discipline, conscious choices every day, but the reward is profound. Imagine waking up without the anxiety that eats you from the inside, facing criticism without falling apart, receiving bad news and still holding your ground, having focus, clarity, and peace, even on cloudy days. That's not fantasy. That's the outcome of an inner construction built on ancient wisdom, true spirituality, and modern science. And if you've made it this far, it's because something inside you is already ready for that transformation. But be warned, the world will keep trying to pull you back. Social media, pressure for results, fear of judgment, endless consumption, all of it works against your peace. That's why you must remember every day who you are becoming. Practice silence. Choose the essential. Free yourself from distractions, embrace impermanence, trust the flow of life, strengthen your mind with wisdom, nourish your soul with eternal truths, and most importantly, share this journey. Don't keep it to yourself. If this video brought you value, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and send it to someone who also needs to find their inner fortress. By doing so, you're not just supporting this work, you're helping create a wave of awareness in a world starving for calm, clarity, and purpose. Remember, you are not what happens to you. You are the space in which everything happens. And the more you connect with that space, the more unshakable you become. Jesus knew this. Marcus Aurelius practiced it. Lao Tzu taught it. And now, it's your turn. Take a deep breath. Be still inside. Walk lightly. And when the storm comes, remember, true strength makes no noise. It simply remains.